It's 6 o'clock here on 6 in the morning. Broken Arrow bringing in outside attorneys as it faces a federal investigation and a new lawsuit, the latest on the legal battle over a proposed mosque.
The proposed aluminum smelter in Inola became a major issue during last night's News on 6 debate. How Mike Mazie and Gentner Drummond say they'll handle the project.
Triple-digit heat back today for some of us, but the bigger change arrives in a few days. Stacia will tell us when the heat index becomes an issue and storm chances return.
Live from downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma's own News on 6 starts now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our 6 o'clock hour of 6 in the morning. Happy to have you here on this Tuesday. I'm LeAnne Taylor.
I'm Dave Davis. As we start things off with Stacia night here on this first Tuesday of August, any prayer for rain at all today?
We're praying hard, that's for sure. We need it, and if we don't get it, we could end up in a rapid drought onset situation, which more on that coming up. We do have a chance this week, though, for some showers. It's not much Wednesday, Thursday. Best chances Thursday night, early Friday morning. I'll show you how that looks on Future View coming up. This boundary in Kansas is where all the rain and storms are this morning, and this will be slowly dropping south today, getting into our area by tomorrow. It's going to be a weak boundary that kind of meanders in the area for a few days. Downtown, there's a little bit, very little light on the horizon here. Sunrise is coming up at about 6:30, 75 degrees right now with a south wind at 5 miles per hour. Today, it's triple-digit heat back on the board for us. Afternoon highs 100 to 101 today. But the humidity is not too much of a player just yet. That'll change tomorrow, but the humidity today stays in check. Granted, it's still going to be a hot afternoon. Isolated showers and storms Wednesday, Thursday. Of course, the better chances, just mentioned that, showing up Friday. Hot and humid this weekend. I'll have more on how high the heat indices will climb here very, very soon in just a few minutes.
Thank you. Let's check in now with meteorologist Stephen Nehrenz. He's been watching the morning drive for us. How's it going?
Well, on the highways, we're doing well. I mentioned at the end of last hour, crash at 36th Street North in Lewis. This is the live shot from that area where just in the last about minute or two, crews all just left the scene. Until a few minutes ago, we had a lot of flashing lights there, but crews have all just left the scene, so that has now cleared. So again, this crash on the map, that icon will go away here momentarily because that is now cleared at 36th Street North and Lewis. So some good news there after that crash was reported about 20 to 30 minutes ago. So back to the wide view on our highways coming into or out of Tulsa this morning. Not seeing any significant issues. Again, that crash I mentioned is on city streets, not on Highway 75. Highway 75 south of Tulsa proper, between Glenpool and Jenks, of course, a few slowdowns in the construction zone there. But otherwise, highway speeds are pretty normal coming into or out of Tulsa to start off the 6 o'clock hour. Owasso to downtown Tulsa, 13 minutes as your drive. Broken Arrow from Lynn Lane, 13 minutes as well. Tulsa Hills to downtown is a 7-minute drive.
Thanks, Stephen. New this morning, Broken Arrow firefighters investigating what caused a garage fire at a home near 101st Street and South Elm. Crews were called to the home about 1 o'clock this morning. They were able to put out the fire quickly. No one was hurt. That cause, though, remains under investigation. The Broken Arrow City Council has hired an outside law firm to handle a federal investigation and a lawsuit stemming from its rejection of a proposed mosque.
News on 6's Madeline Dunn joins us live at Broken Arrow City Hall with what community leaders are saying about the legal challenge. Madeline?
Dave, LeAnne, good morning. The Islamic Society of Tulsa has filed a lawsuit claiming its project was treated differently than other development proposals, and city councilors met in private executive sessions last night to determine their next steps. The city council voted 4-1 to deny the rezoning application, despite earlier approval from the city's planning commission. The U.S. Department of Justice is now investigating whether the city violated federal law protecting religious organizations from discriminatory land use regulations. Federal officials issued a letter giving the city 30 days to hand over records, including emails and policy documents. City leaders voted last night to hire the law firm Troutman Pepper Locke to represent them.
Before and after our denial, other projects of similar size and similar circumstances were approved.
Members of the Islamic Society say taking legal action was a last resort, and they're asking the court to require the city to reconsider the rezoning request so the project can move forward. And LeAnne, the city says it is fully cooperating with federal investigators but has declined to further comment on the lawsuit.
Madeline, thank you. The city says the DOJ's July letter gives officially 30 days to turn over those requested documents, including policies and emails. That is expected to lapse later this month.
Tulsa police are looking for a woman named Miranda Chase in connection to a hit-and-run crash that killed a man in a wheelchair last week. It happened near 36th Street North in Lewis. Investigators say they got a tip from Chase's roommate about her car being damaged, and parts at the scene matched the damage to a car found at Chase's home. Police did not provide a photo of Chase, but they are looking for her. The victim, who died, has been identified as 66-year-old Kenneth Young. His family says he's been in a wheelchair for 20 years after surviving a severe car crash. They're planning a service to honor him later this month. If you know where Chase is, call Crime Stoppers 918-596-COPS. A proposed aluminum smelter in Inola created a stark economic conflict during last night's gubernatorial debate, hosted live here on News on 6.
News on 6's Tatum Gwynn joins us now with details about the debate over 10,000 potential jobs versus agriculture preservation in eastern Oklahoma. Tatum.
Good morning. The planned aluminum smelter plant in Rogers County brought a major policy divide into focus during our exclusive News on 6 debate last night. The candidates pitted industrial expansion directly against local agricultural interests. Mike Mazzei framed the project as a massive economic win supported by President Trump, while Gettner Drummond pledged to oppose the plant in court to protect local ranching and land.
This is a huge economic benefit to the people of Oklahoma because of 10,000 high-paying jobs that will increase our economy 10%. President Trump wants the people of Oklahoma to be blessed with this.
We have to protect the hay capital of the world. Inola will no longer be able to produce hay or graze livestock if this smelter is put in there, and I will see this through not only during my term as Attorney General, but I will take it into my office as governor.
Opponents and supporters continue to monitor legal and state action surrounding the Inola site. That was just one of the big topics discussed last night. And LeAnne, coming up in about 30 minutes, I'll take a closer look at what the candidates discussed regarding income tax.
Tatum, thank you. Republican voters will be deciding between those two candidates in the election on August 25th. Now, if you missed the debate last night, we have it available to watch right now on our website at newson6.com.
6:07, we turn it back over to Stacia Knight for, just an August-looking forecast today. This is so August, Stacia.
It is so August. Wait till you see the 7-day and how many days are in the triple digits. It's a lot. We'll get into the details coming up this morning, but it's your Tuesday morning, and we have some light on the horizon, and it is really vivid color right now as you look back to the east, and this is our downtown camera looking back to the east towards the sun coming up. Tulsa International doing fine if you're going to be wheels up later this morning for those flights. See, things are looking fine weather-wise. 169 up there in Owasso at 96th Street North, and then 169 in Tulsa down at 71st Street. Things are doing well. So again, this morning is starting off quiet. We're in the 60s and 70s. It's a lot like yesterday morning. It's pretty comfortable out the door because the dew points are lower. Dew points are low 60s right now. We love that, especially in August, but dew points will be climbing tomorrow, Thursday, for the rest of the work week into the weekend, and the heat index will be much more of a factor as we go forward than today. But today, it's still going to be a hot August afternoon. Just a beautiful sunrise, though. It's coming up now. We're about 20 minutes away from official sunrise. Back to school this week for a lot of schools. Jennings started yesterday. Hope they had a great first day back. Coming up on Wednesday, it's Inola and the Oklahoma School for the Blind. High of 103 for their first day of school. Thursday, big day. Wagner, Tahlequah, Adair, Drumright, Shakota, Holbert, Leach, all headed back. 101 for your first day. And then there's a ton of schools next week going back, and the highs next week don't look any better. It's looking like a lot of triple digits next week as well. Bristow, first day back to school, might need the rain jacket as you head off because we'll have a chance for showers and storms. More on that to come. Band practice this morning, we're going to be in the upper 70s through the 8 a.m. hour, and then by 9 o'clock this morning up to 83. Again, humidity stays manageable. Temperatures, though, will climb very well today into the low 100s, 100 to 101 for daytime highs. And then practices this evening, football, soccer practice, 99 at the 6 o'clock hour. It'll feel like 101. By 8 o'clock tonight, we're at 95, and the sunset will be about 8:26. So there's still going to be some light going into the 8 o'clock hour this evening. 60s and 70s right now, going outside 69 in Pryor, same in McAllister, about 75 here in the metro, and 63 in Bartlesville. I just love that view right there. 97 at 1 o'clock today, and I talked about 101 at the 4 o'clock hour. First 100-degree day for August, and we have a lot more coming up on the 7-day. Upper 90s possible east of Tulsa. Tomorrow it's back in the triple digits, but tomorrow will be our first chance this week for a little bit of rain. We'll have more on the chances coming up.
I was like, don't show me, don't show me. If I don't see it, it won't happen. That's how I've lived a lot of my life. All right, it is approaching 6:10. That's not true. A Stillwater teenager convicted as a youthful offender in a rape case, no longer under court supervision. The new legal step a district attorney plans to take next.
An arrest has been made as firefighters battle multiple wildfires in Washington state, what investigators say sparked one of the blazes.
We're still early on our Tuesday morning. If you're going to be hitting the roads here pretty soon, I've got updates on your travel conditions after the break. 6:13 is our time. Good morning, everyone. As we get your Tuesday morning started, we're taking a look over Highway 169 in South Tulsa at about 71st Street, and you can see both directions of traffic moving quickly. We're in good shape. No major congestion or headaches here, and that's how most of the metro is looking right now. So like to see that. Once again, I mentioned the top of the hour, that crash icon on the map, that should be, popping off the map or dropping off the map here soon. That was a crash at 36th Street North in Lewis that has cleared. So that crash is no longer working. A couple slowdowns in the normal spots, but really nothing out of the ordinary as far as highway, problems or congestion. Highway 169 from Owasso all the way to Ulaga is moving pretty smoothly. Catoosa, Verdigris, Claremore, if you're using the Will Rogers Turnpike or Route 66, both of those highways are also moving along at a pretty good pace. Drive times from Claremore to downtown, about 22 minutes. Broken Arrow from Lynn Lane, 12 minutes to downtown. Glenpool to downtown, about 21 minutes, factoring in all the construction zones on Highway 75.
Thank you, Stephen. The new Payne County District Attorney says he plans to ask federal prosecutors to review the case of a Stillwater teenager who was convicted as a youthful offender and given probation for rape.
Jesse Butler was charged in 2025 with 10 felony counts, including 3 counts of rape by instrumentation and 2 counts of attempted rape. He was placed on a court-ordered rehabilitation plan that lasted until his 19th birthday, which is today. In court yesterday, a judge ruled Butler successfully completed the program.
President Trump told reporters on Monday that the U.S. and Iran are engaged in talks just one day after he announced he was calling off a harsh new attack on Tehran. But Iranian officials said they are not talking with the U.S. and instead are in discussions with Oman about the future management of the Strait of Hormuz. The Iranian regime says the strait will in no way return to the open status that it maintained before the war began.
Michigan health officials say 2 residents have died of the parasitic intestinal illness cyclosporiasis, making the first confirmed deaths in the U.S. of cyclosporiasis. The CDC says it's aware of 18,000 confirmed or suspected cases across 40 states, including Oklahoma, with many connected to contaminated lettuce. Officials say both Michigan victims had underlying health conditions.
Investigators in Spokane, Washington have arrested 37-year-old convicted felon Aaron Farinacci for first-degree arson on suspicion of sparking the Old Trails fire, one of several currently burning in eastern Washington state. This as members of the National Guard have joined in the fight to bring the multiple large wildfires under control.
Sad to see, and I mean here, obviously not like there, but we are dry, grass is crunchy, and I'm just crunching around in my backyard.
That's right, and we have the chance that it may be a rapid drought developing by next week and can be called a flash drought. So if we don't pick up rain here going forward, we're going to be in that kind of situation with a flash drought. Today's out the door forecast, we're almost about to change it to the bus stop forecast, but our out the door forecast this morning, we are in the mid 70s here in Tulsa. We'll stay there through 7 a.m. Feeling pretty good when you step outside. And then by 3 o'clock today, toasty, 100 degrees at 3 o'clock. This is a good day to find a pool for those final days of summer break. Try to do all the things you can to finish out the break on a good note as kiddos head back to school next week if you can. And today's a day to find that pool, cool off, or splash pads. Those are still open. Those are still spraying the water around. Speaking of water, 10% chance tomorrow for some isolated showers and storms. And again, we need it. So we'll take any drop of rain we can get. Now today and tomorrow, it's pretty isolated. isolated. So the chances are not overly high. I would say it's a little bit better of a chance if you are north of Tulsa, but again, it'll be isolated. So not to say you can't pick up a little rain, it's just if you do, you're lucky. Thursday into Friday, Thursday night, early Friday morning is our best opportunity for more widespread rain, heavier at times, may have some gusty winds, but that is a 40% chance into early Friday. And then we'll see this batch of showers and storms drop south through our area first part of Friday, and Friday afternoon might have some lingering storms down in the southeast of Tulsa, and some of that could even linger into early Saturday morning. So we're still going to fine tune the timing of rain chances, but at least we have something in the picture for us. But things are again drying out very, very quickly for eastern Oklahoma, and drought conditions in western Oklahoma are extreme right now, so not good for them either. Much worse for them, actually. So highs today will be upper 90s east of the metro, but 101 in Tulsa, 101 in Okmulgee into Bristow, 100 in Bartlesville today, McAllister and Muskogee also at 100. Partly cloudy skies Wednesday morning as we start things off a little bit warmer tomorrow morning than we are this morning. We'll be in the 70s. Here's that boundary that right now is further to the north in Kansas and is the focal point for showers and storms this morning. Again, all back up into Kansas, but this will drop south and into tomorrow, clipping areas near the Oklahoma-Kansas line back into north central Oklahoma, and that'll be the spot with the highest chance at a few showers and a few rumbles of thunder. You also notice that down around Stigler and McAllister and Wilburton that there are a few spotty showers on future view. That's possible with low-level moisture starting to increase up and over the area, so there is also a small chance there. Highs the next few days will be in the upper 90s and low 100s. Humidity, though, increases tomorrow and Thursday, so the heat index is going to be more felt the next few days for sure, as we'll approach about 106 tomorrow, and then Thursday the heat indices up to 108 to 110. But more isolated showers and storms are possible Thursday than that best round. Here we go. This is our best chance of rain with a thunderstorm complex maybe pushing across the area late Thursday night, early Friday morning. Then that clears out and we may have some lingering showers and storms that try to reform Friday afternoon, more so down to the south. So we're still going to fine tune, of course, the details on that, but at least there's some rain in the forecast to look forward to. Mid-90s on Friday. Heat index will be, again, triple digits. Today it's 100 at 3 o'clock. The heat index maybe up to 103. Then tomorrow we're at 103 for the high. Out of the next 7 days, you guys, six the next 7 days. Highs are in the triple digits.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Stacia.
Sorry.
It's from the Bob Mills Weather Center. Thank you. 6:20 is our time. Coming up, we're going to continue our coverage of last night's gubernatorial debate, where Mike Mazzei and Gentner Drummond differ on eliminating Oklahoma's income tax. Are robo-taxis actually safer than people behind the wheel? What a new safety study found after comparing thousands of miles on the road. And start your day informed in under a minute. We just pushed out today's 6 things to know in the News on 6 app. Gives you the top headlines of the day. That app is free and available to download in the App Store. Covering the economy, Wall Street got off to a strong start on Monday with the Dow jumping 693 points. NASDAQ added 540. S&P 500 tacked on 110.
In local stocks, 1-0, Kelmerkin Payne, HF Sinclair, and Williams all finished down. One gas, BOK Financial, and Aon saw gains. Devon Energy finished in the red. Futures up $3.77 and oil at $80.13 a barrel. A new safety study is giving robo-taxis some traction, finding Waymo's driverless cars are crashing 68% less often than those driven by people.
The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety compared crash rates in Phoenix, LA, San Francisco, and Austin between the years 2021 through 2024. In every city except Austin, Waymo came out ahead. They were involved in 85% fewer single-car accidents. But researchers warn the comparison isn't perfect because robo-taxis are required to report incidents that people are not.
If you're wanting to fill up your tank this morning, prices seem to be lower in Owasso than in Tulsa this morning. We sent a crew out. The standard price around Tulsa is $3.69 a gallon. But Sam's Club and Costco in Owasso selling gas for around $2.96.
Yeah.
That's more than 70 cents cheaper per gallon, and that's why we sent someone there. You got to see it with your own eyes.
Right.
Other stations in Owasso also running about a dime below Tulsa prices.
Dave's rubbing his eyes. He's like, did I see that right?
I'm thinking, is that like a gallon of milk? Are we doing other advertisement on there? Yeah,
It's
interesting.
gas. Well, students return to Broken Arrow classrooms next week. In our next half hour, the district superintendent joins us here in studio with what parents need to know before the first bell.
Google is bringing a major new energy investment to southeastern Oklahoma, what a new solar project could mean for jobs and the state's economy.
Today's 100-degree high isn't the whole story. Stacia will tell us how humidity will make tomorrow's 100-degree high feel even hotter.
It's 6:30 on 6 in the morning. GOP gubernatorial candidates Mike Mazie and Gettner Drummond agree on eliminating Oklahoma's income tax, how each says the state should reach that goal.
Google is making a long-term investment in Oklahoma. Why the company is backing a new solar project in McCurtain County.
The heat is turning up, and it will only get worse. I'll let you know when heat indices climb well into the triple digits coming up.
You're watching Oklahoma's Own 6 in the morning.
Welcome back to 6 in the morning on this first Tuesday of August. I'm Dave Davis.
I'm LeAnne Taylor.
And I'm Stacia Knight.
Don't know if you guys looked at your July electric bill.
I don't want to.
I'm going to have to sell a kidney.
I mean, we got new windows recently. I did all the things you're supposed to do to help with energy efficiency.
Exactly.
They ain't helping much.
It's rough. We need solar power air conditioning. You know, like that solar, just make the more sun, the cooler it becomes.
That is the key.
Ideas person over here.
There's a lot more heat too that is headed our way as we go through the first full week of August and into the next week and a half. There's a lot more heat that's coming in. So our morning is starting off in the 60s and 70s, pretty comfortable right now. It's our view from Jinx as we look across the Arkansas River into Tulsa. 75 degrees at the airport right now with the south wind at 7 miles per hour. Dew points are low to mid 60s. We like that. We like that in August. We don't love the 70s for dew points, but that's what's coming in the next few days. So we'll enjoy today, even though it's going to be a hot afternoon today. We'll make it up to 100 to 101 for today's high. This morning, 83 by 9 a.m. and then 90 by 11 o'clock. 97 at the 1 o'clock hour. After 2 p.m. it's triple digits from there. So 101 later today here in Tulsa. The top end heat index today will be about 103, maybe 104, but the heat indices get worse Wednesday, Thursday, and through the weekend. Bartlesville 100 later today. Muskogee 100 as well, along with McAllister, upper 90s in Claremore. There's a chance for a little rain the next few days. Wednesday, Thursday, some isolated showers, some rumbles of thunder. Better chances early Friday morning to pick up some rain, and we need it because we could end up in a flash drought. More on that in a few minutes.
Okay, thank you, Stacia. 6:31. We'll look at our traffic is in order right now with Stephen Nehrenz.
We've been in pretty good shape so far on highways here in the Tulsa Metro. Of course, still pretty early on, but as that sun rises, still looking pretty good. As we take a little peek on our camera view on I-44, Highway 75 this morning, not seeing anything out of the ordinary as far as traffic flow goes there. A couple quick glances on the map as well. Again, as I mentioned, that crash icon that's still hanging on the map. That was that crash that's already cleared at 36th Street North and Lewis. Highway 75, of course, northbound between Glenpool and Jinx, you know the drill, starting to slow down. Sand Springs drivers, a ramp closure on Highway 412 to be aware of today. This will start after morning rush hour from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. The eastbound Highway 412 on-ramp from Main Street and East 29th Street, again, from 9 to 2. That ramp will be closed today for some work in the area. So if you use that ramp, be aware it'll be closed from mid-morning through early afternoon today. Sand Springs to downtown is a 6-minute drive, moving pretty quickly. Highway 412. Sand Springs to Sapulpa on Highway 97, 11 minutes. Sapulpa to downtown coming up I-44, about 10 minutes.
Both Republican candidates for governor agree on eliminating Oklahoma state income tax, but offer different strategies to reach that goal.
Income tax was one of many topics covered last night during our exclusive News on 6 debate. News on 6's Tatum Gwynn joins us now with a breakdown of the competing economic roadmaps presented by both candidates. Tatum?
Good morning. Tax policy served as a major centerpiece during last night's live statewide debate. While both candidates share a vision of a zero-income tax state, their approaches to getting there differ significantly. Mike Mazie pointed to other Republican-led states as models for driving rapid job growth. Gettner Drummond argued that workforce development and healthcare improvements must come first.
Tennessee and Texas and Florida are Republican states, are no income tax states. Even the state of Washington is a no income tax state. We can do this in Oklahoma, and it will lead to a huge amount of job growth and financial investment.
We need to focus on the career tech so every child, when they get out of high school, has an opportunity to go and make money. Healthcare, we've talked about. Mental health, we've talked about. We do those three right. We have workforce development, and then we have an opportunity to grow our economy. That will provide a path to zero income tax.
Both strategies aim to attract business investment while reshaping state budget priorities. Income tax was one of many topics covered last night, and once again, the issue of whether Drummond donated to the Biden campaign, that came up. LeAnne, I'll take a closer look at what he's accused of and his response in our next half hour.
All right, thank you, Tatum. The winner of the August 25th runoff will move on to the November general election to face Democratic candidate Cindy Munson and 3 independents. If you missed the debate, we have it available right now to watch on our website at newson6.com. Google is partnering with international energy company RWE to build a new solar project in McCurtain County.
Google agrees to buy all the electricity produced by the solar farm for 15 years. The Crooked Creek Solar Project is estimated to generate more than $420 million in economic revenue for the area and another $1.4 million in taxes. The project is expected to employ up to 250 people. Construction begins later this year, and the project should begin operations then in 2028.
It's 6:35. We're a little ahead of schedule. We've got a special interview coming up, so don't adjust that dial. We're just a little ahead of schedule with Stacia and the weather.
Better be ahead of schedule in the mornings than behind, that's for sure. All right, this morning here, your Tuesday starting off pretty comfortable. 60s and 70s out the door, quiet right now. Sun is coming up here, and we have BA 169 moving well, Gathering Place, which will open up in about 25 minutes, and then I-44, Highway 75, of course, moving fine, and a little bit of haze on the horizon. You see the sun there coming up, so there's some smoke in the air, and the smoke is from fires out in the northwest part of the country. So Washington State, Oregon, large fires going on now, and the winds transporting that smoke into central parts of the country from North Dakota, South Dakota, and then the area of high pressure, which is over in Arizona and New Mexico, that is creating the wind pattern to actually draw it further south because the winds go clockwise around areas of high pressure, and so we have that south wind bringing some of that smoke down the last few days across Kansas now into Oklahoma. So yesterday morning was a little hazy. This morning there's some of that smoke in the air, and then coming up Wednesday, Thursday, dust from the Saharan Desert. That is now in the Gulf. That's going to be coming up and into Texas and Oklahoma. So we're going to have smoke in the air this week. We're going to have dust in the air. We're also watching for ozone to develop in the afternoons and the evenings, impacting air quality. Next few days, air quality is expected to be moderate. That high I just talked about, that is over again in Arizona, New Mexico. And so the winds counterclockwise around that high. There is a front in Kansas, which is where you see that line of showers and storms. That front is going to drop south next couple days into the area. Hopefully bringing us some good chances for rain. The best opportunity is really Thursday night into Friday. Over the last 2 weeks, some areas have picked up barely a drop. We've had 100ths of an inch of rain in Bartlesville and Pryor, 200ths here in Tulsa. A couple pockets have had some decent rainfall in the last 2 weeks, but not many of us. And drought conditions are really bad out in western Oklahoma. But on our side of the state, we're drying out really quickly, and we are at the risk of potentially a rapid onset drought or a flash drought, maybe by next week if things don't change. And it looks like, again, the rainfall amounts that we may see here at the end of this week would be ½ inch up to almost an inch, which would be wonderful, but not everybody will see that. So we'll definitely have drought conditions showing up on the drought monitor probably the next few weeks for eastern Oklahoma. 60s and 70s out the door this morning, hoping for a little rain later in the week. We'll have that timeline in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Stacia. 6:37. Some of the biggest names in Oklahoma sports are adding one more honor to their careers. Still ahead, a look at this year's Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame class. Broken Arrow students head back to class next week. After the break, we're talking with the district superintendent about what's new this school year for BA. After Stacia's next weather, we'll have your chance to win a $100 gift card to Brahms. We'll share the keyword in our cue to text. That's coming up.
6:41 is our time. Good morning to everyone. Another update on those traffic conditions for you here in the Tulsa Metro, and thankfully things are moving along at a pretty good pace coming into or out of Tulsa this morning. Few of the normal construction zone slowdowns. You know where to look. Highway 75 northbound between Gwenpool and Jenks, Highway 169 in Owasso starting to show some congestion as well. Several different spots on some of our turnpikes here across eastern Oklahoma that are going to have some road work this week. That's some already ongoing. Westbound lanes of the turnpike west of Sapulpa are going to be narrowed down on a nightly basis this week, the overnight hours. Both directions of the Will Rogers Turnpike, about Highway 20 in Claremore, narrowed to one lane. That'll be tonight, the overnight hours. And then several different stretches on northbound Indian Nations Turnpike, north of Highway 9, also just north of Highway 270 in the McAllister area, narrowed to one lane at various stretches of time as well. Some of that today, some of that will go through the rest of the week. All right, drive times, Glenpool 21 minutes to downtown Tulsa, Creek to the BA 4 minutes. Coming out of Bixby, 151st to the Creek Turnpike, 11 minutes.
The new school year is just around the corner. Broken Arrow Public Schools heading back with some changes in the classroom. Joining us this morning is Superintendent of BA Public Schools, Chuck Perry. Welcome back to the program.
Love it every year.
Another year has flown by.
Right.
I want to first say this is your last year. You have announced that you're retiring at the end of this school year.
I did. I'm really excited about this school year. First of all, we're kicking off the year here on Friday, and my main thing is I wanted to have a smooth transition of superintendents, and after in June when I announced my retirement, Mr. Steve Dunn, who is now Deputy Superintendent in the district, will take over next July, and he'll do a great job, and we'll work together this year, and I think it's going to be just a seamless process and to keep the district rolling in the direction that we have. We've got a great Board of Education, and great things are coming down the line. Whether I'm there or not, we've got a great team in place.
It's a big district.
It is.
What do you tell your teachers? What do you tell your parents? What's this year kind of setting up to look like?
It's going to be a great year. I'm really excited about our instructional team and what we're focused on. We're getting back to the basics and just focused on great instruction in the classroom, no matter what grade level you're in, whether you're in a special education class or an AP class, fine arts, whatever. Just good, solid teaching, because we really believe in the power of a great teacher in a classroom that's building relationships, that's teaching great academic content. That's going to be the most impactful, and our instructional team has done a lot of work this year, or this summer and this past spring, to really prepare for this fall.
One thing I heard about is you all are piloting a program, RFID, on the school buses. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Last year we introduced an app where parents can track the school bus in real time and to know where it's at. It gives them some heads up on getting home and if they're at school yet. But this year we're piloting 5 schools that have RFID tags that students will have a card on their backpack, and they'll scan in when they get on the bus. And what that will do will tell the students that, or I'm sorry, tell the parents that the student is on the bus. And for our little ones, our kindergarten, first, second grade, that's a big deal and a peace of mind for parents. And so you're adding that to now they can know their child's on the bus and track the bus. It's a step up. It's a new part of what we're doing in transportation.
And unfortunately, in years past, not BA, but there have been issues where students get misplaced, and that is the biggest fear of a parent. So this seems like it would really cut down on that issue.
Absolutely, and it's an all hands on deck if there's students. Sometimes they get mixed messages from parents and they'll walk home and whatever. And I understand it's panicky, and so this is just another layer that we're adding for really part of our safety and security overall plan in the district.
Talk to us a little bit about the new recess law and the bell-to-bell no cell.
The bell-to-bell no cell, first off, we've been doing it. It's nothing new for us prior to even last year, and so we believe it's been a positive thing. Teachers are giving us a lot of feedback. They feel like our students are more focused in the classroom with it. They're building more peer-to-peer interactions during the school day, and so we're going to continue business as usual with that. AI, I'm really focused on AI as a tool, and it can really enhance learning, and you want to be an innovative district that teaches students for the workforce, and AI is going to be a part of it. Right. And just teaching them there's a process to it. You can get a quick answer from AI, but is that authentic learning taking place? It's not. So having them dive deeper into it, get into the why, and we've got a team, we've got a director that's really innovation that's really leading the district right now, And I think it can be a tool that really enhances learning like we've never seen before. Then with our staff, making sure that we can eliminate some of the most challenging and time-consuming tasks for our teachers so they have more face time, that they can, again, build those relationships, because nothing replaces a great teacher in the classroom. And then
We've all had one.
I know,
and,
absolutely.
and many. That's what's great. Hey, we wish you all the best in this
Thank you.
last year and what your future looks like.
I
And we wish
appreciate it.
all the BA, the Broken Arrow Tigers, the best year.
It's going to be a great year.
Appreciate you. Thank you for coming in. All right, time now for a look at the forecast with Stacia.
Exciting time of year, also a hot time of year. Back to school this week for several kiddos. Inola starts on Wednesday. Oklahoma School for the Blind also starts Wednesday. Thursday, big day. Wagner, Tahlequah, Adair, Haskell, Locust Grove. Hundreds for highs on the first day of school, Wednesday, Thursday. Bristow starts Friday. Bristow, you might need the rain jacket as you head off to that first day of school in the morning, with a chance for showers and even storms. Highs on Friday will be in the 90s, and then we are right back into the triple digits over the weekend and for a lot of next week. Speaking of the weekend, 100 on Saturday, 101 Sunday. Now, Saturday morning might have some lingering showers, but overall the rain chances are pretty much done with on Saturday. The heat index will start to climb 108 to 110 over the weekend as the dew points get higher. So here's a look at highs and heat indices going forward. Today, 101 for our daytime high, but because dew points are lower today, the heat index is not as much of a factor. But tomorrow, the heat index, a little more of a factor. We just kind of increase it day by day, up to 108 for that top end heat index on Thursday, and then of course we're back at it over the weekend into next week. Right now it is 64 in Bartlesville, 70 in Pawnee to Pryor to Muskogee right now, and in Tahlequah, 71 in McAllister. So today upper 90s, low 100s with a light south breeze that gets stronger later part of this morning for a while, and then tomorrow morning we start in the 70s, which more cloud cover tomorrow morning, and then showers on this boundary up to the north. And so we'll have a chance at probably southeast Kansas, far northeast Oklahoma, showers on Wednesday, and then southeast Oklahoma as low-level moisture starting to pick up. There is a small probability you could also see a pop-up shower. Going into Thursday, chances for rain remain isolated. So it's just very isolated next couple of days. The highs are going to be upper 90s, low 100s also for the next few days. The best chance is going to come up for rain Thursday night into Friday. Of course, we're going to feel those heat indices get a little bit worse each and every day. By Thursday, it's 108. Here comes a batch of storms across the state late Thursday night, early Friday. That's again our best opportunity for some rain. The heaviest rains coming up during that time period. Heavy downpours. I hope I get some at my house. We need the rain so badly. But again, most widespread and heaviest looks like it'll be early Thursday. So Thursday morning we'll start in the 70s, and southeast Oklahoma, you might see some storms try to refire Friday afternoon south of I-40. Highs will be in the 90s. It's the only day in the next 7 days where highs are not in the triple digits. It's on Friday. Today, 94 at the noon hour, 100 at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock this evening, we're still at 99. And then we have 101 today, 103 tomorrow, triple digits Thursday, Friday 90s, back in the triple digits this weekend. I know you don't like it when I say this, but 6 out of the 7 days here on the 7-day planner are in the triple digits. So that August heat is coming back in full force. We have to be ready for it. We're going to hope for a little bit of rain, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to really combat the drought conditions that are headed our way in developing.
All right, thank you, Stacia, from the Bob Mills Weather Center. It's 10 minutes till in our next hour on the Tulsa CW. A Tulsa nonprofit says it's helped hundreds of entrepreneurs launch and grow their business. The expansion now planned to reach even more people.
But first, some of Oklahoma's biggest sports legends are receiving one of the state's highest honors, who joined the Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame.
Your Oklahoma Ford dealers, News on 6 and 92.9 The River, want you to have a summer of fun. This is your cue to text for your chance to win a $100 gift card to Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Stores. Plus, every winner gets a chance to win a new Ford Bronco Sport. Text together to 79640.
6:54 is our time. Good morning, everyone. Another update on traffic conditions. Also, look at your commute cast before we head over to the Tulsa CW. If you missed Stacia's forecast a few minutes ago, no surprise, that August heat cranking back up today. Your green lights, because nothing's going to slow you down. Your green light of the commute cast, rather, but plenty of air conditioner working pretty hard in the car through midday through this afternoon. Not too bad out the door this morning, but getting hot pretty quickly for the midday and afternoon hours, and just a little bit of a breeze later on. Wide view, zoomed in view. That's a lot of zoomed in view first on the traffic map to show you kind of the BA Expressway corridor, I-244, I-44, Highway 75, Highway 412, all moving pretty well. On the wide view now, normal slowdowns in the construction zones, Highway 75 between Glenpool and Jenks, Creek Turnpike there in Broken Arrow at Hakey Creek. Highway 169 in Wausau, not too terribly backed up at the moment. So your drive times, Glenpool about 23 minutes to downtown. That's the normal slowdown, but most everything else still close to normal as we approach 7 o'clock.
Thank you. Some of Oklahoma's biggest name in sports were honored Monday night in Oklahoma City.
The Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame welcomes 6 new inductees. This year's class includes Heisman Trophy winner Sam Bradford, former MLB star Matt Holliday, sprint car legend Emmett Hahn, founder of the Chili Bowl, co-founder, longtime Oklahoma gymnastics coach KJ Kindler, former Oklahoma State running back Terry Miller, and former Oklahoma linebacker Rod Schote. The 2025 NBA champion Thunder were inducted as well into the team category. Each inductee spoke about what it means to represent the Sooner State throughout their careers.
Those are a lot of big names. Very impressive
Great
group.
class.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, to be included in that. So congratulations to all of them. Well deserved. All right, it's almost 7 o'clock. We're making the switch to the Tulsa CW. You got to grab the remote, though. Punch in your channel, depending on your cable provider. Once you get there, here are some of the stories we'll have for you. Bartlesville leaders are weighing whether to keep using license plate cameras. What supporters and opponents say is at stake.
Coffee isn't the only place you're getting caffeine. The everyday products experts say could be pushing you over the recommended limit.
Oklahoma needs rain. Stacia's going to tell us when we'll start to see chances by midweek, and she'll have the timeline and how much rainfall we might see. Thanks for being here on Channel 6. Make the switch to the Tulsa CW for our 7 o'clock hour of 6 in the morning.
Thanks for watching Oklahoma's Own YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming content.